Well, all right, everybody. Jake, your resident content cowboy here. Yeehaw. And yes, Suicune is coming to Pokemon Unite. This is amazing news. This isn't only a leak from El Chico Eevee, this is actually confirmed by the official account right away. But there is more. There's actually something in all of this like announcement with these leaks that is probably the most exciting thing, the most it's the thing that gives me the most hope for the future of Unite. Not only do we get a really cool Pokemon, and trust me, if this was the Pokemon that I heard it could be for Pokemon Day, I think people would not be as stoked. I think this is an amazing choice. I love this Pokemon. I don't know if anybody caught what it's fine. But this Pokemon is a great choice, I think, and it's going to be part of the next Battle Pass with Ho-Oh, which is interesting. Let's take a look at this post over from the Pokemon account, and then I'll talk about the thing that gets me even more excited about Unite in the future, right? So, Suicune has been confirmed. The legendary Pokemon Suicune has been confirmed to join Pokemon Unite. It is a balanced Pokemon, so they're saying it's an all-rounder. We don't have enough of them in the game, so this feels like that niche, but I mean, this is what I expected it would be. I kind of think it could be a speedster too, right? It's a balanced Pokemon that fights at mid-range. So this is similar to something like Dragonite, right? It is going to attack at a medium range. Also, Galarian Rapidash would have been this had they kept it an all-rounder, because it does this as well. So it's going to have a ranged attack. Its moves deal damage and freeze in a wide area, and it has a powerful ability. We don't know if this is its Unite move or not. That it can defeat frozen Pokemon when their HP falls below a certain level. So it has an execute, right? We're talking about Perish Song from Lapras, Tyranitar's Unite move. That is what it has. It could obviously be just a move. It could also be part of its Unite move. I wonder if it maybe is, based on this, there is a possibility too that they're just saying this is like sort of built into its kit almost. So I could kind of see something like that. They also have the new legendary holowear fairy style will be available for Ho-Oh and Suicune. Along with Suicune's participation, a new holowear fairy style, and we don't know what the name will be when it comes over, but it could be, will be released alongside Ho. Please enjoy battling the legendary Pokemon of the Johto region in their new form. So, I don't know anyone, well, that's not true. I'm sure there are lots and lots of Pokemon that this could have been, and maybe people who don't like Suicune, right? But for me, this is a W. I think this is a great one. I love this Pokemon personally. I also really love water Pokemon, and there are a lot of Pokemon that it could be that wouldn't be as cool. I think this is a good call for Unite. Now, there are a few things that have been talked about alongside this that I want to bring up here. Leaks from Eevee as we start taking a look at it. So, obviously, this is the holowear we saw earlier. This is just the model for Suicune right there in the game without the holowear. We have this right here talking about the official news. It's an all-rounder coming to the game. We have the holowear once again. This is interesting. This is not the most important thing. This is just that the Blastoise frame was changed. So it's weird. Like, they make these minor changes to some of this stuff, but this is actually positive because it means that they're actually putting effort into this stuff. I just wish we saw more of the effort into something that mattered, but we actually do here in 1 second. We have Season 26 ranked rewards. We have this interesting thing from Eevee, which we'll talk about here in a sec, which actually is pretty interesting. But this is the most important thing right here. This is honestly, what you are looking at is an image basically that is going to be promoting the 500 point mode. That is what Eevee is saying in this post. There is a countdown starting from 222 until 227 Pokemon Day. It's related to the 500 point game mode, right? Which is, it's so good. I thought it would be coming for Pokemon Day. We hadn't heard anything, but they like to announce something as a surprise. The amazing thing about this is the effort this takes to get it into our version is probably pretty considerable. I do wonder how exactly it's going to work because it's in two different versions, but the Pokemon operate slightly differently and stats appear to be slightly different. So this is really interesting, right? This coming to our version is the absolute best possible thing, the best possible indicator, the best signs of life for Unite in a game that has had a rough year. Like last year was a rough year for Unite, but if they go through with this and continue with this, Unite has a real shot. A real shot. In fact, if they go through with this full merge, as I've talked about many times, Unite could have a full resurgence and become a brand new, like it could be, it kind of would be a brand new game. They might even talk about it like a brand new game. This image also right here, interestingly enough, is not just talking about the 500 point mode, but this is like more imagery from the China version, right? We're talking about kind of this open world feel and the plaza that they're in. We have none of this in the game. If this starts coming to the game, like if this is step 1 and then step 2 or whatever, like maybe around anniversary or however they would do it, in step 2 is the merge of these titles or even the relaunch of Unite almost, right? This is the thing that takes this game from being kind of like a little mid, especially in like my region. Kind of crushing it in Japan, but especially in my region, it's like it's fine. Its player base is okay. It feels like kind of like I don't think there's a ton of excitement. This turns it into a reason for all of those people, over 100 million, by the way, all of the 100 million people who have downloaded this game to possibly pick it back up. And if they remarket it, like, dude, if you thought you knew Pokemon Unite, you do not know Pokemon Unite. This could be massive for the game. Yeah, I'm huffing a lot of copium and cold brew right now, but at the same time, like, this is, if we didn't have this, if this wasn't on the horizon, I would say things would be looking kind of grim right now, honestly, because we just haven't had a lot going on in the game. Like, yeah, we've had new Pokemon releases, we've had balance patches that don't feel like they're super considerable. We need a game update. We need new. This isn't Full Fury. This isn't Dragon Dust Up. This isn't Bashrush coming back or something like that. It is a brand new mode on a reworked remote stadium that operates differently, Pokemon that play differently in the China. There's so much different and new because of this. It is the absolute best thing for Unite. I think that was the last thing I wanted to... Oh, then there was this. Let's talk about it. I mean, Eevee is, you know, we're talking about some things here that people have, you know, noticed this for a while, right? But these are the Pokemon that are in Pokken and the ones that have made it to Unite. So he says 16 out of 21, and you can take a look at right here, the ones that we do not have yet, right? Like Croagunk, we don't have Sceptile, Weavile, Empoleon. So there are a few great options that could be coming to the game. I don't know if Eevee's teasing something. I gotta say, I think... and I've thought this for a while because of some of the marketing around China. I think Empoleon is an absolute lock for this game. I don't think there's a way it doesn't come to Unite. But these could also just be a list of popular Pokemon that happen to come to that game, and they're popular, so they want to bring them to this game. I want to hear what you think in the comments. In general, I think this is a great Pokemon Day Pokemon, but even bigger than that, this is the best news we could hope for. 500 point mode looks like it's going to be here on the 27th, and if that goes well and the reception is good and they go through with the merge, we have a chance for Unite to be something for a really long time in a really cool way. Let me know what you all think. I love you guys. I'll be on soon to try out the patch. We did it. Did I yeehaw? Yeehaw.